तेरा, राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार। उदासी मन काहे को करे तेरा, राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार। उदासी मन काहे को करे, काहे को डरे रे, काहे को डरे, काहे को डरे हे, काहे को डरे ते, राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार। उदासे मन काहे को करे तेरा, राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार। उदासी मन काहे को करे राम जी। नैया तेरे राम हवाले, लहर लहर हरि आप संभाले। नैया तेरे, नैया तेरे राम हवाले, लहर लहर हरि आप संभाले। आप ही उतावे तेरा पार। उदासी मन काहे को करे तेरा, राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार। उदासी मन काहे को करे राम जी। Hi, good morning all. Welcome to another video of co-creating your reality through spiritual alignment, through alignment with the spiritual laws of the universe, through creating and bringing or attracting into your reality that which you want and deserve, through taking right action and doing the right things, right? Where we teach men and women, boys and girls, to remember who they are through merging their masculine and feminine energies within themselves and harmonizing those energies through taking a stance and standing up for that which is right, as well as aligning their emotions to produce a healthy human being, to produce a healthy human being before another generation can be created. So this is all occurring through divine union, through spiritual union with oneself, which is yoga. Union with oneself, also known as union with God. Union with self is union with God, right? Bringing the self in alignment, in harmony, right? Aligning body, mind, emotion, behaviors, right? So today we will continue the conversation about the justifications that people use to consume animal flesh, right? So in a prior video I would have spoken about in previous videos I would have spoken about a couple justifications that people use. One of them being wanting to please their peers or family and so on, so they refuse to stand up to doing the right thing, even though they might want to, or just because they're in the same environment as family or friends. It makes it difficult, and they just give in to that and choose to not utilize their will or willpower to go through or to see through that process, right? Or to gradually ease up on the practice, right? The second, another justification I spoke about was taste, this desire or taste, right, is one of the main, I would say, is the main justification that people use for continuing the immoral practice of animal consumption, right? Is the most widespread reason that people that you know, the inability to control our sense organs, right? Another justification I would like to talk about today is health. You know, health reasons. Proteins. The need for protein in your body is one of the excuses, an excuse or a justification that people use to continue eating meat, right? I need proteins in my body, as though plants don't give protein. Plants are actually the main source of proteins, which are fed to animals. Proteins from plants are fed to animals initially, right? And then we consume animals. So then, why not go directly to the plant source? Why not eliminate or bypass that process of having to initially feed the plant to the animal and then you kill the animal to get protein? Go directly to the source, which is to the plants, and get your protein through your beans, get your protein through your nuts, get your proteins through whatever other vegetables that you can get it from, which you can do your own research on, right? We live in an age where information and knowledge is literally at your fingertips. Knowledge and information is literally at your fingertips, right? It can't get any better than this right now in terms of how quickly and how easily information and knowledge could be actually accessed, especially with these topics. So when people refer to or use that justification of health, right? When people use that justification of health in order to, as an excuse as to why they continue eating meat, are they not vegetarian or vegan weightlifters out there? Are they not vegetarian vegan athletes out there? Are they not vegetarian vegan regular people who just live in regular healthy lives out there? So this is like one of the dumbest arguments in my estimation, that when people try to bring in the health argument into this, as though there are no vegetarians or vegans in the world. There are no vegetarians in the world who are healthy, right? There are no vegetarians in the world who actually are physically healthy, right? That's one thing. On the other hand, what about your spiritual health though? You're concerned only about your body. You're concerned about building muscle, building body mass, whatever. What about your moral health? What about your spiritual health? Right? Because meat and dead meat, it carries a particular energy. Just like everything else, everything carries a frequency. Everything holds a frequency, right? And when that animal is killed and that blood is spilled, there's a particular frequency or energy that is carried, that's carried within that, right? And when you consume that, it's literally you're consuming death. It's like you're consuming death, right? So I would suggest that people do two things with regard to this. If this is an argument that you had used in the past or whatever for your health, there are so many beans, there are so many products, and I'm not talking about the veggie products that they have now, which is like highly processed, like veggie chicken, veggie meat, veggie pork, all these things that they do have right now, which are highly processed products. And I would advise, I try my best I eat it sometimes, but I try my best to limit my consumption of those products because of how highly processed it might be. But to the source, which is like beans and peas and other nutritional protein-based foods, right? Even eggs if you are transitioning and so on, right? You can transition using these source products from the earth itself without having to go through that need. So in a circumstance where you and a family that cooks meat or something, what is really required of you is your willpower. What is required of you is your willpower to not be tempted. Your willpower to not be tempted by this. And what I would suggest is that if you are transitioning to this lifestyle, is that you actually build a schedule for yourself. Like you build an actual schedule and write it down so that you can look at it every day. Right? Do up a schedule for yourself in terms of meal planning and so on. And not actual full-blown meal planning, but just to assist in your transition, to do it in a formalized way. To assist in your transition, to do it in a formalized way. So that you will be able to track your progress, so that it wouldn't be helter-skelter, you know. You would be able to track your progress so that you would see, okay, last week I ate meat 3 times a week. Next week, let me see if I could eliminate a couple more meals in which I ate meat. Then the following week, I can eliminate, of the following month or whatever, I can eliminate an entire day again, right? So I'll go down to eating meat twice a week, like that, right? So that you will actually be able to track your meal progress. In order to see, you will be able to track your meals so that you will establish a routine and also track your progress, right? Because otherwise you will just go being tempted each time somebody in the house bring home meat, or each time somebody offer you meat, right? So this is just a simple suggestion if you are considering transitioning into this lifestyle, which is a huge lifestyle change. Is a huge lifestyle change, and that's why I am willing to provide support for whoever is through my videos and stuff, and also in conversations and so on personally, to assist people with this transitory phase if need be, because I know some people might suffer from withdrawal symptoms and whatever, right? But overall, once you go through this process, you will realize, one, how strong your mind actually is once you can power through this process, right? So it eventually is not going to benefit you spiritually and physically, but it's also going to develop a willpower in you that is stronger than you have never seen before, right?